Right now at 6:30, citizens of Pittsburgh asked the city for a more concrete definition of recreational equipment.
And it's going to be HOT, and I'll tell you all about that when we have the forecast.
And a design firm hired to renovate the aquatic center in Nevada reveals information to the public.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's now 6:30. I'm Tanya Bach.
And I'm meteorologist Sam Lane, standing in for the vacationing Chris Warner, who hopefully is going to be going to a cooler spot because it's going to be hot across the area. Temperatures close to 100 degrees today. And then, of course, you're going to love the forecast if you like 100-degree weather, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like the hot, but we'll have to take it as it comes. Right now, radar is all clear. And that's one of the reasons why it's hot. Of course, it's summer as well, and that's also another factor. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s, not feeling too bad out there. 71 in Iola, 73 in Fort Scott, 74 in Nevada, as well as Stockton, 72 in Chitopa, and 73 for our friends down in Veneta. A little bit cooler in Grove and Jay, where they're still in the 60s right now on south winds. This afternoon, as you head out, it's going to be warm, and it's going to warm up pretty quickly. 98 for your high, 93 at lunchtime, 97 at 2, and 94 at 4 o'clock this afternoon with just a few puffy cumulus clouds out there. And those clouds are not going to really help with the UV index because take a look at this, 9 on the scale today, which is very high, 15 to 20 minutes of burn time. Hats, sunglasses, and sunscreen, of course, is going to be needed. And looking down the lane, the building a heat dome, increasing humidity, low rain chances are also going to be in our forecast. And then we might get a little bit cooler next week. So we have another week to go of hot summer-like weather. And of course, I'll have all the details on that coming up in just a little bit. Tanya?
All right, thanks, Sam. City of Pittsburgh wants to update the definition of recreational equipment in the city code. Amber Jenkins spoke to city officials about what they say is a needed change.
Since 1988, it's against Pittsburgh Code of Ordinances to live in a recreational equipment or vehicle within city limits. Officials say the city's current definition of recreational equipment is too vague.
All this is a simple amendment to some verbiage within that ordinance. We had defined recreational equipment, and this is just some specific verbiage that helps us define that.
The ordinance passed in 1988 defines recreational equipment as an item normally transported for use off the lot. The updated definition will clearly include tents, tarps, or any other material being used as a shelter to camp within city limits.
Without the portion of items such as tents, things like that. It never truly defined smaller items within recreational equipment, so it was left to be questioned. Whether within prosecution or within the police department in situations where they might be addressing.
City officials say they plan to update this definition since June.
We've been saying, and we are not able to permit tent camping within the city limits of Pittsburgh. That is not changing. That won't change. We are just adding specific verbiage so that everyone understands recreational equipment is being defined to include tents.
The City Council vote is scheduled for Tuesday night's meeting. If approved, the new amendment will take effect immediately. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
There are community concerns about how this could affect the homeless community. According to the city, this update of wording is not meant to target them. On Monday, a design firm hired to renovate the Walton Aquatic Center in Nevada, Missouri, presented concepts and information to the public. The aquatic center was built in 1978 and was renovated in 2004. In 2021, it was shut down early and has been closed ever since. Last year, Water's Edge Aquatic Design was hired to inspect the facility and lead to the design of new renovations. Community members learned about those designs and gave some input.
This needs to happen. A pool is a draw for a community. It's economic development. You got a pool, you have a destination. Kind of like a lot of the Parks and Rec. That's what we need Parks and Rec for. It's to help bring communities and families together.
The next step in the process will be for Water's Edge to present its designs to the Nevada City Council. If approved, the renovations would be expected to be completed by 2025. Oklahoma Senate overrides Governor Kevin Stitt's vetoes on Native American compacts. The governor had vetoed 2 bills to extend existing agreements with Native American tribes for another year. The overrides were the latest development in an ongoing dispute between Stitt and several Oklahoma-based tribes. Stitt, a citizen of Cherokee Nation, wants to renegotiate tribal compacts on the sale of tobacco products and the issuance of motor vehicle tags by tribes. Several of the state's most powerful tribes praised the Senate for overriding the vetoes. A new study finds the quality of public schools in each of the 4 states ranks in the bottom half of the nation. The rankings by WalletHub consider not only academic performance, but also such factors as class size, instructor credentials, and safety. In a ranking of all 50 states and Washington, D.C., Arkansas ranks 33rd. Missouri is just behind at 34th. Kansas ranks 39th, and the study ranks Oklahoma all the way down at 50. And by the way, the study determined the state with the best public education in the nation by a wide margin is Massachusetts. Part of U.S. Highway 69 in Lynn County, Kansas is dedicated to a Pleasanton man. Walter Scott Brown served as an aviation machinist mate in the Navy. He was killed during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Ribbon cutting was held to dedicate it to Brown. Well, it is fair season in Kansas, and KOAM's Caitlin O'Shaughnessy joins us from the Cherokee County Fair in Columbus. Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning, Tanya. I'm here live at the Cherokee County Fair right here in Columbus, Kansas. We're getting a behind-the-scenes look at all the livestock, getting ready for the big show. Everything from goats, chickens, cattle, you name it. The show starts this morning at 8:30 right down here on I-16 East Country Road. And as you can see, a lot of young people have been tending to the livestock, getting them ready for the big finale in hopes of winning the grand champion.
Well, Caitlin, you said that there's kids out there already tending to their livestock. Which animals are they working on this morning?
So this morning I saw 2 young boys. They were here already at the break of dawn, and they were working on their pigs actually. So they were scrubbing them, making sure they looked all shiny and bright and clean for their showing. And I was talking to their mother and I asked, what really goes into this? And she's like, they've been doing this for the last year, every morning before school, getting up, making sure they're fed, and giving them plenty of exercise to make sure that they are the best they can be, of the right muscle mass and weight, so that they can get that top prize.
All right, well, we wish them the best. We'll be checking in with you a little bit later in the show. Thank you, Caitlin. Remember, everything starts at 8:30 a.m. this morning in Columbus. That's a look at our top news stories. Coming up this half hour in the KOAM Morning News, if you're still looking to become a multimillionaire, you've got another chance, because tonight is when the Mega Millions drawing closes in on $850 million.
And we've won the lottery if you like hot weather, because we have lots of it to go around. You're watching the KOAM Morning News, and we'll be right back. But first, let's take a live look at the Cherokee County Fair over in Columbus, Kansas.